بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه كما يحب ربنا ويرضاه. عندي سؤال، من صاحبه؟ النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول 40 خصلة أعلاها منيحة العنز. ما هو منيحة العنز؟ 40 خصلة, 40 different kinds of deeds. 40 أعلاها, the best of it, منيحة العنز. هذا ما هو عند شيبان، لا ما في شيبان يجيبون عن هذا للشباب. تعرف يا بشير؟ عندك يا نبيل؟ يا تعرف يا رائد أم خالد؟ الله. أم يا بعداني. لا جوجل هو شيخ الجميع. أم أحمد عبده منيحة العنز عبد الله. رجعنا إليك يا بابا. أم محمد منيحة المنائح. أم علي وين؟ نعم، يعني منيحة العنز واحد عنده غنم. he has a goat or a camel. It's his, but he gives it to his neighbor and they take the milk by day and by night. And they benefit from it. صدقة في الليل, صدقة في النهار, charity during the day, charity by night, charity during the day, charity by night. You got something better than that? You benefiting from it constantly, and it's still yours. It's still your goat. It's still your cow, and it's still your camel. How much think a cow costs in Yemen? But $700, $500, and the halub, mashallah, and it's still yours. النبي صلى الله سبحانه وتعالى يقول يا إخوة انظر إلى هذا التجارة. Whoever wants to buy and sell, fair exchange is no robbery. When you give up something and you get something back for it that's better or like it, that's good. That's good. إن الله اشترى من المؤمنين أنفسهم وأموالهم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bought from the believers anfusahum, their minds, their intellect, their intelligence. He bought for them their mind, aql, anfusahum, their minds and their money. What's Allah giving up? بِأَنَّ لَهُمُ الْجَنَّةِ. Is that a fair exchange? It's a fair exchange. Use your mind for Allah to benefit His religion, benefit yourself. فكر, think. نعم, ضحيها في الصيام. Use it to fast, work hard. نعم, that's a good exchange. That one Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions what? Jannah. In another ayah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يا أيها الذين آمنوا هل أدلكم على تجارة تنجيكم من عذاب أليم. All you who believe, should I show you a tijara that is buying and selling? If you do it, it's going to save you from the hellfire. What is it? Yallah, I'm ready to say what I gotta give. What do I have to do? تؤمنون بالله ورسوله. Your qalb, your heart. You have to really believe in Allah and His Messenger. Naam. You have to believe in Allah. Fair exchange is no robbery. You hand over your heart for Allah, He saves you from the hellfire. Ain't no better than that. في آية أخرى الله سبحانه وتعالى يقول إن الذين يتلون كتاب الله وأقاموا الصلاة وأنفقوا مما رزقناهم سرا وعلانية يرجون تجارة لن تبور. Those that read the book of Allah, they establish the salah, and they spend their money for Allah. For He provided it for them. He gave them the money. مِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُم. That's a reminder. Where your money came from? From your hard work? From the sweat of your brow? People work harder than you, and they have less than you. يجتهدون وناس يشتغلون أشد منك وما عندك أكثر منهم. ما هو بيعرق جبينك. هو من الله. It's from Allah. It's from Allah. وأقاموا الصلاة. They established salah. وأنفقوا, and they spent مما رزقناهم, from what we gave them. Allah gave it to you. أولئك يرجون تجارة. These are the ones that are hoping for a tijara, are buying and selling. لن تبور. They will never fail. They will never go broke. They won't go bankrupt. ثلاث آيات. One, Allah promised you Jannah. The one that if you give your mind, your deen, your life for Allah, save you for the hellfire. And the other one, He promised you won't lose out. So when you trade with Allah, you don't lose. There's another trade in selling, and تبيع وتشتري من شيطان. نعم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يقول ومن الناس من يشتري لهو الحديث. From mankind, those who buy music. What does this mean to buy music? Meaning you took your aql, it was sound, it was innocent, you don't know anything about haram, you wasn't glorifying يزين الحرام ويقبح الطيب. No, you wasn't doing that. Your aql is salim, it's tayyib, everything is correct, your morals are correct, but you're going to listen to something that it magnifies the haram. And that which is tayyib, it makes it nothing. You take your aql, you put it over here to shaitan, the shaitan gives you these nice sounds, and you go like that, and you go like that. 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, tayyib. But when you finish with the music and you get yours back, it's not the same. It's used and abused. Just imagine if you had like a nice car, Mercedes, or Bentleys, or a Rolls Royce, and a kid came around and said, let me hold your Rolls Royce, and I give you my Nintendo, and you play the card game, and I drive your car. So you give him your car, he's running around with your car, and you go, you got his car, you got the Nintendo, you playing your little game, and you enjoying yourself. Type, the game is over, the batteries ran out. He bring your car back, got a scratch on it, there's a dent on it, ain't gonna come back the same. It's not gonna come back. The ones who drink alcohol, know what they do? They sell their aql to shaitan, and shaitan makes them hayran, makes them, sends them up to the qamar, sends them up to Mars. One guy sends them up to Jupiter. Naam, and they're feeling fine. You with me, Abdul Sabur? Naam. But then when the show is over, well, he bought this from shaitan. هذه الشعور والتخيلات, he bought it from shaitan. When the game is over and he gets his aql back, at him, it's messed up. It's not the same. It's not the same. I need it all the time. Those that fall into fawahish, into pornography and fornication and homosexuality, they stop at the bridge right here. Shaitan's like, no, you want to cross this bridge, you got to pay. So when they pay to cross the bridge, they cross the bridge of indecency and nastiness. Then when they would have come back, Shaitan said, no. You can't go back. I didn't tell you. No, you have to stay perverted. You're sick now. You're going to stay. That's going to stay like that. You done crossed the bridge. Ain't no coming back. I didn't tell you. So what's the tijara's best? Tijara ma Allah huwa abadan ma indallahi ma indakum yanfad wa ma indallahi baq. That was what you was going to end. This ends. It's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, thrill, it ends. Now, but that which is with Allah, it lasts forever. Tajir ma Allah. Now, take your intelligence and your enjoyment and do what that which Allah made. La tutajir with shaitan. Because when you gamble, people gamble. They get that thrill. They're gambling. Some people, they have put a CAT scan or brain scan, I should say, on their brain. They put a brain scan on their brain. And while they're on the brain scan, they have them gamble. So while the gamble is going, they realize that the sensation that they get when they win, it's just a little bit more than the sensation they have while it's going on. That's the enjoyment when they're seeing, did they win, and it's spinning, it's turning, it's flipping, did I win, didn't I? That's the fun. When you actually win, get a little bit more dopamine, a little bit more joy. Yeah, right. You understand what I'm saying? So when they sell this to shaitan, when the game is over and you lost all your money, okay, when you get your aql back and you put your brain back in, it's not the same. I gotta do it again. No, it's not the same. No. Don't sell your souls to shaitan. Ruin yourselves, ruin your families, ruin your marriages. Na'am ya ikhwati fillah. Making somebody preserve their family 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. وفي 5 دقائق تخربها. 5 minutes, you destroy 25 years. In a week or 2 weeks. يخرب ما أسس 20 سنة 30 سنة 30 years she built a family. Na'am. ولكن he started dealing with shaitan. Na'am. خرب أخلاقه. It changes akhlaq, changes desires, it changes harakat, the sakanat, the way he moves, the way he sits, who he sit with, how he speaks. Na'am. Fantabihu. Get this aql here, that's the best thing you have. It's the best thing you have. Some people lose a kidney, but they live happy. They have their family, they have their sons, they have everything. Some people lose their eyesight. Oh, mahbub, muhtaram. He's still highly respected. He lost his eyesight. Some people lose their ability to speak. Some people need dialysis. They have sugar diabetes, but they live comfortably, respected. Listen, if you lose your mind, هذا نفسك, هذا عقلك. Don't jeopardize that. Jeopardize one of your fingers. Jeopardize your hand. Jeopardize your hand. Don't jeopardize your mind with shaitan. إنما يريد الشيطان أن يوقع بينكم العداوة والبغضاء في الخمر والميسر وكذلك بالشرك والفواحش وكل خراب. Shaitan just wants to put enmity and hatred between you with khamr. يفسد البيت, الخمور يفسد البيت. You think you're just enjoying yourself? It's going to come back on your whole family. Marijuana is going to destroy your family. So some people might say, I'm having some zunoon, I'm having some thoughts and some whisperings in my head. Oh, by the way, I'll be honest, I've been using marijuana. I smoke marijuana sometimes, but sometimes I feel uncomfortable. And damn man, you feel uncomfortable, of course. You sold your soul to shaitan. He's not going to give it back and it's all right. No. He's going to give it back and it's messed up. So somebody might be in a car accident and it has a fender bender. They're able to fix up the side a little bit. And he just get a paint job. It looks new, right? Even though it lost its value because he changed some fender benders. He changed some parts. It might look good, but it's not right. But some people, they total their car. You can't replace it. Is that true, Ghalib? No, you can't replace it. Too much damage was done. Too much damage was done. That's your brain. That's your aql, not your brain. That's your intelligence. That's your nafs. That's you. That's your personality. Shakhsiyatuk. That's you. Hafiz ala hada. Teach your kids to protect that. That's your family. That's you. نعم. بارك الله فيكم. نقرأ من كتابنا صفة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. We reached that the most of the clothes of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, الذي كان يلبس غالبا, that which the Prophet wore most of the time, is what? ماذا لبس غالبا يا عبد الفتاح نبينا محمد؟ ماذا لبس غالبا؟ من يجيب؟ الإزار والرداء. Now, the most of the time, the Prophet wore izar and the rida, just like what they wear on Hajj. That's what it is. Now, that's what it is. Now, most of the time. So now we want to read a couple of narrations shows that the Prophet wants to leave. He grabbed his what? He grabbed his rida. And he's already wearing his izar. He grabbed his rida and he's going outside. And this is what they cover their upper body with. Same thing like when a person's on high. This is what they gather their upper body. قال عن أنس رضي الله عنه كنت أمشي مع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وعليه برد هذا الإزار. نعم برد. The جمع is burud. That's the plural. برد. نعم. It's a big scarf. Even though scarf is not the best translation, a scarf is what goes around your neck, but this goes around your whole upper body. But it can be folded up that it just fits around your head and your neck. It depends how you expand it and fold it. So this one the Prophet has on his neck and around himself. كنت أمشي مع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وعليه برد نجراني غليظ الحاشية. I was walking with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he had on al-izar burdan najraniya from Najran. أين نجران؟ نعم كان أول من يمن. أخذوها سرقوها باعوها بزوها. Inshallah. It's in southern Saudi Arabia. It used to be part of Yemen. It used to be part of Yemen, but now it's part of Saudi Arabia. Burdan Najrani. He had a burda from Najran. Ghalib al-Hashia. The Hashia is the ends of it. The ends of it was thick. This is where all the thread was. This was on his neck, where the thread is. فأدركه أعرابي فجبذه بردائه جبذة شديدة. So the Prophet was walking. Somebody wanted to get the Prophet's attention. Arabi, ma'rufun bil jafa. They have hard customs and ways with them. He just dragged the Prophet. He just pulled it like that to get the Prophet's attention. حتى نظرت في صفحة عاتق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وقد أثر فيه. I looked at the Prophet's neck and it left a line. But the point, this is where he stopped the hadith. The point that the Prophet was wearing this. This is what the Prophet wore. وفي حديث آخر عن أبي بكر كنا عند النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فانكشف الشمس. I was with the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم and there was the eclipse. What are we doing when there's the eclipse? How do you pray Salatul al-Kusuf? How many raka'at? Raka'atain. Na'am. Raka'atain. Kul raka has two rukus. Nah, two rukus. So when you make a ruku and you come back up, start reading Quran again out loud. Nah. Then when you make ruku the second time, you go down. And you make the raka. When you come back up, you start reading. It's a long salah hatta yankashif, until the sun and the moon separate from one another. And in the second raka'ah, it reads long. And then when he makes ruku', he gets back up after ruku', he reads out loud again after ruku'. فَانْكَشَفَ الشَّمْس. And the moons, some ulama, they differ. They call it kushuf wa kusuf. You know, if the sun is blocking the moon, or the moon is blocking the sun, some of the differ. Or if it's during the day, or if it's during the night. فَأَخَذَ قال فقام النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ورداءه حتى دخل المسجد. And the Prophet أخذ رداءه and he left. Now the point is that he had the رداء. وهذا حديث الأخير. قال عن عمران بن حسين رضي الله عنه. هو ذكر أحاديث كثيرة ولكن نحن نختصر. نعم. He brought a lot of ahadith, but we're just taking الذي تيسر. That was easy and possible. أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى العصر. انتبهوا, listen to this. The Prophet prayed عصر. فسلم في 3 ركعات. After he just made 3 ركعات, سلم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. And he's praying عصر. نعم. ثم دخل منزله. Then he entered his house. فقام إليه رجل يقال له خرباق. كان في يديه طول. A man stood up and went to the Prophet. His name is Kharbaq. In his hands, he had big hands. You call it Dhul Yadain. Some of the narration call him Dhul Yadain. He had big hands. فقال يا رسول الله فذكره سنيئة. He mentioned to the Prophet what he did. You only prayed 3 rak'ahs and it's awesome. فخرج غضبان يجر رداءه. The Prophet came out dragging his rida. I mean, this is what he used to wear. Dragging his rida حتى انتهى إلى الناس, until he ended up right in front of the people. فقال أصدق هذا? Is this guy telling the truth? Is this brother telling the truth? They only just prayed 3 rak'ahs. قالوا نعم. They said yes. فصلى ركعة. He prayed 1 rak'ah. ثم سلم. And he said السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة. ثم سجد سجدتين. ثم سلم. Then he prayed 2 rak'ahs. What do you call that sajda? Sajda sahu. Naam. And after he prayed sajda sahu, he gave taslim again. He gave taslim. So the sajda sahu was after the salams. Now, the sajda sahu was after the salam. He gave the salam, then he gave 2 raka'ahs of sahu. Then after that, he taslimed again. Then he taslimed again. Kaifa? If somebody falls short in their salah, that's adatan. But this one here, he fell short, but he did it after. طيب بقي لنا بارك الله فيكم درسنا في درسنا الأخير في عمدة الأحكام. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال المؤلف رحمه الله تعالى ما زلنا في هذا الحديث عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه الفطرة 5. The fitrah, the natural disposition that Allah created all of humanity upon, 5. 5 things. Al-khitan, which is circumcision. We already took it. Al-istihdad, which is shaving the hair around the awrah in the front and the back. After that, qussu sharib. Qussu sharib, shaving the mustache. This is from the sunnah. Wa taqlim al-adfar, cutting your fingernails. In the time that we're living in, the shabab, you know, the men, they like to grow their fingernails. It's not suitable. Na'am ya suitable. Yeah, cut it down till there's no nail left. That white part, right? Cut your fingernails. That doesn't make you Jamil. That he leaves his little pinky, that he's pretty and he's Jamil. Mashallah alaik. The people are gonna like you now because your pinky is longer. What kind of intellect? What kind of mind? That's our shabab. Our kids. Those are our kids. So حصلهم يعني ضعف وزعزعة وذبذبة. This is weakness in their character. That they think just because they make that nail long, they're going to be respected. They want to be respected and honored because of the fingernail on their thing. Artificial honor. Could you imagine? Superficial, fake honor. It's not honor. Am I going to like it like that? No. Cut your nails. Is this just for men that they have to cut their nails? What about women? Women cut their nails too? You got to cut your nails, ya ukhti. يا أختي تمسكي بسنة نبيك. نعم. I'm not making you pretty. I ain't making you nothing. That's مخالفة. خالفت دينك. You opposed your religion. You opposed your prophet. He was sent for you, ya ukhti. The prophet was sent for you so you know how to act and how to conduct yourself. Listen, at the beginning of time, there were birds, right? There were birds. There was fish. And in the same world that we live in, that Adam was in, is this the same world that Nuh and Ibrahim and Musa was on? The same world? When Musa found that the fish in the ocean, these are the same oceans in the same world. Now, the birds at that time and the birds at this time, they still make a nest. The bird knows how to make his nest. The bees, they still know how to make honey. The ants, they still know how to do their thing. The fish, they still in the ocean getting big. They know what to eat. Everybody's acting accordingly except who? Ibn Adam, the human being. He don't know how to act. But just as Allah made a way for the bird, he still finds a way to make his nest. Allah didn't leave him. He still finds things after all these years. The fish, I mean, is fishing like farming? When you farm onions, you have to put the onion seeds in the ground first, then it comes up onions, right? And when you fish, you have to go out there 3 months and throw down bread and throw down stuff in the water, and then you come back later and then you start fishing. Or Allah just feeds them. Nah. Have people been fishing so much fishing? There's no more big fish. There's only little fish left, only little baby fish. Allah's Kareem. So the fish, they know how to handle themselves. The bees, they still making honey, or they forgot how to make honey? Bees, they still know how to make honey. Everybody knows how to live except who? Ibn Adam. He don't know how to clean himself. He don't know how to cut his nails. He don't know how to clean himself. He don't know how to pluck the hairs under his underarms. He don't know how to act with women. She don't know how to dress. She don't know how she should walk. She don't know how she should talk around men. But Allah, just like Allah didn't abandon the bee and didn't abandon, he didn't abandon us. Arsala nabiyahu Muhammadan. He sent his prophet. He didn't leave us hanging like that. Yeah, Wasim, you understand what I'm saying? Just like he took care of them, he took care of us. Not no awla. Not no ibadu. Na'am. استسلموا غصبا عنهم ما عندهم حرية ما عندهم يعني willpower. نعم. They don't have willpower. You have willpower. أنت تستسلم بالرضا. نعم. They're forced. They're just created in submission to Allah. نعم. Ibn Adam, he has to understand that these things are from the natural disposition. So we want to look at shaving the mustache. قال فيه أحاديث. There are a number of hadith in this. عن ابن عمر رضي الله عنه قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم خالفوا المشركين. Oppose the mushrikeen. Don't be like them. وفروا اللحى وأحفوا الشوارب. Leave your beards. وفروها means leave it حتى تكثر. Leave it alone so that it becomes big. Don't be like the mushrikeen. Different from them. How we supposed to know? Prophet came, he told us. Well, Allah sent him for this. Leave your beard so it grow. Cut your mustache. The disbelievers, they like to grow their mustache, right? But disagree with them. Do something different. Don't follow them. نعم. نعم. هذا اللفظ. في لفظ آخر عن ابن عمر قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم انهكوا الشوارب, and he cut it close. Your mustache, cut it down. وأعفوا اللحى. العفو هو الفضل الزيادة. You leave it. أعفوها. Your beard, let it go. Let it grow. Another narration. حياك. عفوا.
أراد الرسول أن يميز المسلمين على
تمام
أمرهم بحق الشوارع من أجل يتبينوا يتميزوا عن الناس.
تمام.
هذه كانت البادية هذا.
حياك الله، جزاك الله خيرا، بارك الله فيك. عن ابي هريره رضي الله عنه ان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: جزوا الشوارب. هذه الفاظ يدل على يعني close cutting. نعم. فسنقرا في المساله في اختلاف. نعم. وارخوا اللحى. تعرف ارخوا يعني اتركوا، ارخوها. نعم. Leave your beards to grow, cut your mustache down. Then at the end of the hadith he said, خالفوا المجوس. خالفوا المجوس. المجوس أناس لا يؤمنون بالقدر. ومن حديث زيد بن أرقم النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: من لم يأخذ من شاربه فليس منا. Whoever doesn't cut from his mustache, he's not from us. ماذا نستفيد من ليس منا؟ هذا من الكبائر. نعم. هذا اللفظ ليس منا، هذا من الكبائر. نعم. ليس من طريقتنا. نعم. ومن حديث آخر في ألفاظ ونستفيد من هذا من شرح الشيخ عبد الحميد الزعكري. هذا الشرح طيب صراحة للعمدة الأحكام. عن رجل من بني غفار أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: من لم يحلق آنته ويقلم أظفاره ويجز شاربه فليس منا. He's not from us. Who doesn't cut off his pubic hairs, and he doesn't cut off his nails, and he doesn't take from his mustache, and he's not from us. ما هو على طريقتنا. He's not on our path. This doesn't mean he's not Muslim. It doesn't mean he's not Muslim. He's not on the path of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This hadith, man lam ya'khudh min sharibihi, this shows the opposite of the first one. The first one indicates that he takes everything off. This one indicates that he just takes something from it. He trims it. He just keeps it over his what? Over his upper lip. نعم. في هذه المسألة فيه خلاف. Some of them see that فيها استئصال. استئصال هو الحلق. That you cut the mustache all off. All off. And some of them, like Imam Malik, they said that's makruh. You just shave it down and you reduce it, but it's makruh to cut it all off. نعم. فهذه مسألة اختلافية. إمام النووي رحمه الله تعالى يقول: المختار ترك اللحية على حالها وأن لا يتعرض لها بتقصير الشيء أصلا. Imam Nawawi says that the beard should be left alone and that nothing is taken from it. نعم. ومختار في الشارب, that which is preferred in the mustache, ترك الاستئصال, don't shave it down all that is just bald. نعم. واقتصار على ما يبدو به طرف الشفة, and that you cut it over what? Over your upper lip. It doesn't come over your upper lip, and you lighten it, but you don't make it totally bald. No. وفيه الأمر باللحية. اللحية هذا natural disposition وهو طريقة الأنبياء والمرسلين. من قال هذا؟ يا ابن أمة لا تأخذ بلحيتي ولا برأسي. هذا هارون. قاله لمن؟ يا أخي إبراهيم. Harun, from that time, he said, don't grab me by my beard. Grab him by his beard. نعم. نعم. موسى. نعم. لا يا ابن أمة لا تأخذ بلحيتي. ما قاله موسى، قاله هارون. عفوا. نعم. نبهوني جزاك الله خير. هارون. نعم. هارون. أنا أسمع قالون. نعم. طيب باقي أمر. متى when do you cut off the hairs under your arms? When do you cut your nails? When do you shave your ana, the hairs on your private part? When you do it? Every what? Every month? Every 2 months? Every 3 months? 40 days. هذا جاء في صحيح مسلم. أنس رضي الله عنه قال: وقت لنا في قصر الشارب وتقليم الأظفار ونتف الإبط والحق الآن أن لا نترك أكثر من 40 يوما. It has been determined for us. The time وقت لنا. It has been stated. The time has been stated in shaving our mustache and in cutting your fingernails and shaving and plucking your underarms and shaving your pubic hairs, that it doesn't go more than 40 days, and a month and 10 days. So that doesn't mean to leave it more than that. It means do it before that time. Naam, yeah, right. The nails, toenails, and fingernails. And in Arabic, it entails it all. Arabic entails it all. طيب هذا درسنا اليوم. نكتفي بهذا القدر. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى. We ask Allah to help us upon His obedience. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.